1941, when my friend Desai asked me to go with him to see Baba, when he was camping over here in Nalavaka side, some 1 mile away from here. So, without his permission, we went to his house, to his bungalow where he stayed. He refused to see us because we were drunk those days. Before, because we were so nervous about that we had the couple of beers bottle, and just to get the courage, to gather the courage, we went to him, but Baba knew that we were not in the mood to see him. So he said from inside that their gears are out, so let them go out to their own garage, and when I desire, then I will call them. So in 1941, again, Jasawala, late Jasawala, who is the father of Irwin Jasawala, he told me that I will be the man to contact Baba. So he persuaded Baba that these two brothers, Keki and myself, they are say brothers, friends, whatever you say, so they are very keen to see you, please give him darshan. So Baba said, only 2 minutes I will give them darshan, provided they should not eat, they should have fast, they should not drink, and that way we accepted his conditions, and we were taken by Jasawala to him. We were given darshan for 2 minutes and said that in future I will have to take work from you, better go away from here just now. So in 1941 we went away. Now he again came in 1946. So abruptly I received a telegram that I am coming to Dehradun, but nobody knows that our party is at Dehradun. So about 3 miles, he wired me to find out a bungalow that should be 3 miles away from Dehradun and should be very quiet. So, and if you do not find within 8 days, then you should not have any contact with me for good. This is what he wrote in wire. That wire also is with us. So, within 8 days now, I was a new man. I did not know him well. Only for a couple of minutes I had the contact with him. So, I had run over here and there. I contacted lots of people. Then, fortunately, I got one bungalow, about 200 rupees worth rent. And I wired him immediately. He came within 15 days. He liked the bungalow. And he said, from now on, you are my lover. This is what he said. And in 1946, the whole year he stayed, and that is called Majri. Not this Majri, but that is called Maja. So, there, he ordered me to visit 3 miles from here, either cycle or on foot. He used to come daily at 8 o'clock to his Mandali, see him, give some information and news to him, and go back to your service every day without any halt. So, I used to do that way. So when time went on, and he was so much attached to him, went on and I was so much attached to him, that he asked me one day that do you write anything in papers? I have heard so. Because, Baba, I said, I'm writing Gujarati stories in Gujarati papers, in which you used to write when you were 18 years old, and that is called Sanj Vartaman. Where Baba used to write in the same paper with the Ramdev Homa. So you are the same paper you are writing. What story you are writing? He asked me. I said romance, or sometimes what stories. And no, I do not want those stories to be written by you. I want to give you some points. You develop the story, show me, and you are sure to get prize, he said. So he gave me 7 points, and then say within 12 hours you develop the story. So he made me sit over there the whole day. I wrote the story there. He corrected it. I sent it to the press, Shatrugn, my full name, and I got the prize of 15 rupees for that. First time in my life I got the prize for the story. So that was in 1946. And thereafter, there were 3 Kekis there. One was Kekobad, one was Keki, and one Keki Desai. So when he used to call Keki, so all of 3 used to run to him. So he said, now there should be some difference between them. So to me, he used to sign this way, taken this way. This way, on the pajamas, there is a Nara. Nara means bend. The bend of pajamas is called Nara. So when he used to call me, he used to open his Sudra And he used to show this Nara. So then I was called. So this way I was known to him. Now in 1946 July, he called me and said, now I am giving you some work that you will have to do. And that work is very tedious, but I want you only to do. I said, so now if you say, Baba, I will do it, then it is not possible that I should do it. I will be successful. But there is always saying that, Baba, I will try my best. In the same way I said, Baba, I will try. So all right. Then he said, find out 5 men, not of rich family, not of poor begging family, but of the middle class family. And those people, those 5 people who cannot beg, who cannot ask for food, even if they do not food, even for a day, they will not say even to his neighbor that I am hungry. I want that type of 5 persons. And of different religion, not of the same religion. Christian, living Parsi, because the Parsis there were only 4, so he didn't mention Parsi. So Christian, Hindu, Mohammedans, Jains and 1 scheduled class. So 5 persons, and he gave me 10 days to search for these people. Now 10 days are over. I was not successful. Baba asked me on the 11th day morning that, now where are those 5 people? I said, Baba, I couldn't find out anywhere. You are worthless. You are good for nothing. Baba said, you are good for nothing. I gave you one word and you did not do it. And I wept, I cried. So Baba embraced me and said, this is not work that you are doing, such you are crying on your failure. I failed because I gave you the work and I could not find the man. Don't you think that you find the man? Then he gave me the grace of 5 days more. So all right, within 5 days you find out. And if you don't find out within 5 days, you have not to come to my Mandali at all. So I prayed to him that you say that you are doing it and you are banning me from coming to your Mandali. So, well, anyway, you go away. So I went. 4 days passed. I could not succeed. Now on the 5th day morning, I got 3. And I collected them. And by the evening, I lost 1. Because he said, no, my mother says I should not go for begging. Okay, it's not begging. It's something else. It's for good. Then on the next day, I have to collect 5 and take to him. So early in the morning at 7 o'clock, I collected 3 more. And immediately I collected, I brought a tonga, put them on the tonga and brought him to him. And Baba, just from far, he was waiting for me. He gave the time of 8 o'clock. So he saw me from far and he said like this. And he blessed me like this. And when I went there, now how did you succeed this? Don't you think that you have done it? No, Baba, you did it. I know that. But it was a great difficulty. I know. That's why I wanted to give you the experience. Because you are a young man. I was young at that time. You are a young man and you should know how to work for the benefit of the humanity. So one by one that man went into the room where Baba reserved for that, closed the door, and out of this 5, 3 came out smiling and 2 came out weeping. So I didn't talk about the smiling people, but when Baba said that you better go and take them to the places from where you brought. So I asked those people who were weeping, why did you weep? So he said, Baba gave me 50 rupees to each of us, but I do not understand. There was a great light, and that light was so amazing, so what we call brightening, that I could not see him at all, what sort of faith he had, but I could see that much, that he is as good as Christ, or as good as Krishna. It was so bright. So that is why I was weeping. So, and that time, then I went in the evening, Baba said, why did you ask that man what I did? So immediately I cried out, yes, Baba, I did mistake. I immediately knew that he is God. Though at that time he didn't declare that he was God. But I said, Baba is a well-known man, well-known master, well-known spiritual human. So I said, Baba, excuse me this. All right, he embraced me again. Never asked what I do. All right, Baba. Then in November, immediately my son was going to be born. In September, I'm sorry. He was asking the good news about the birth of a child. So when Naosherwan was born, my son, then after a couple of months, he wanted to come to a place. He said that now prepare food for me for 4 persons, and 4 persons will come with me, and I want to see your son. So in November, he came to my house, stayed there for 3 hours. He gave some discourses and put my son in his lap and played with him for 1.5 hours. He had lunch with us, and thereafter they all went after 3 or 4 hours. That was in 1946. And thereafter I saw him in new life in 1949 and 50. Now how the camp was, how this land was such out, that I am telling. He wired me in October 1949 that Kumar Desai, you must be knowing him, I believe. The Kumar Desai is a priest there in the Mandali. He was deputed over here to stay in such a place where there is a very quiet and secluded place, because some work was given to him. Now for that thing I had to search for the land. Now Keki Desai and myself went around the whole town but could not find any place anywhere. He sent me by 20,000 rupees to purchase a land. But that land should be 5 miles or 4 miles away from the town and also near the town. So that sort of condition we have to see. Now we went all over the places for days together. Then we abruptly came to this site, and somebody told me that one magistrate who has got power of fining 5 rupees is staying here in Mafi Majri. Those days it is called Mafi Majri. And his name is Shatrugn Kumar. So we wanted to see him where Shatrugn Kumar stays. So anyway, we found him and we talked to him. And when we talked about God and this and that, then he was laughing at us because he was agnostic at that time. He did not believe in God. So we gave him a book to read. From that book, he was little bit convinced, and he helped us in such a way that this land that we see here was bought for 10,000 rupees, and we wired Baba that land is ready, and then Baba sent some plan what to do, what not to do, well is to be done, because there was scarcity of water in this village. People used to go to 2 miles away from here. So Baba said, dig a well, and this is the amount for well, and this is the amount for cottages and all this, that. Everything was under the supervision of this thing, of Shatrugn Kumar, and of course we were supervising, that's all. Thereafter Baba came here in new life. He wired us, and then we came all over here, and he settled here. After 3 or 4 months, Baba said that he is moving from this camp, and I want a bungalow in the town to stay for 1 month. Now, before that, in the new life, one thing happened. In the new life, Baba gave different sorts of works to different Mandali members, and they are told to earn themselves for themselves. So, Dr. Duncan, late Dr. Duncan, was asked to open a dispensary in the town, well equipped, and Baba loaned him. So, in the front of my house where I am residing, I found out a bungalow, and he opened a dispensary well equipped. So now where the patients to be brought from? So he gave me the duty, and Elcha also. So every morning he said that now you canvass the patients and bring them to Dr. Duncan, because he has to earn his livelihood. So I used to go here and there. Are you ill? Are you ill? So, no, if you are ill and if your disease is chronic, then I will take you one of the best doctors. But nobody came. No, our doctor is that, our doctor is here. So I was so much dissatisfied. Baba said, you cannot find any patient to bring him. So after all, Elcha and myself went to one old lady and what we call put him into the car and brought him to Dr. Duncan. That she has got some rheumatic pain and this and that. So she was charged about 50 rupees, and that was the first patient we gave them. In the way, so after 3 or 4 patients he contacted, and thereafter Baba said the dispensary to be closed. Now that after closing that dispensary, Baba said that bungalow is to be occupied by me. So Baba came exactly in front of our house. So every day my duty was to go to him, read the newspaper, and he used to ask me welfare, about our family's welfare, and then I used to go to my work. But one day it happened so that myself and my wife were out to cinema, and my young girl, 7 years old, she came from somewhere and was all alone in the compound of my house and was weeping because our house was locked. So Baba saw that Maruk, her name was. So the girl was weeping, and she sent money and brought my daughter to him, and thereafter at night time my girl was sent back to our house, and early in the morning my wife was called by him. And now you say, come on.
Baba said, so Baba sent Gohar and said, you called Mrs. Nalavala. I went there and he scolded me. He made me cry. He said he has given the responsibility of a child and I couldn't manage that much and couldn't keep her and take her along with me. So then I felt very much ashamed. I said, Baba, it was my mistake, and Baba then just petted me, said, it's all right.
Baba called me and told me also that you are the father, not only to produce the children, but to take care of the children. So all these advices we used to get from him, and he instructed me not to threaten children, not to rebuke the children, to love them and to teach them on the right way. This is how we used to give the lessons in our life. He acted as father, mother, and everything for us. And thereafter, in 1953, when he came back here in Dehradun, I used to go daily according to his instructions at 8 o'clock in the morning and sit in Mandali for an hour. So one day, what happened, that 7 persons were told to stay in 7 different prayer rooms, say Hindus in temples, Mohammedans in a masjid, and the Parsis in a burial ground. So I was selected to sit in the burial ground and to say prayers from 12 o'clock in the night to 3 o'clock in the morning. But he did not say that he will visit every day. But he told me that you are the only person, everybody is in the praying institute, other temples and this and that. But Parsis haven't got a temple over here, so there is a burial ground. So Baba said to me, you will not afraid of any graves or ghosts from graves, because you have to sit there from 12 to 3. He said, no Baba, I will not. Now, accordingly the days were fixed, and I was asked to go at 12 o'clock in our burial ground and pray certain prayers that Baba gave me. At about between 12 and 1, I heard some stepping sounds. Somebody is coming. So there was one grave in our Parsi cemetery who was buried without any ceremony. So there is a belief in Parsi that if one is buried without any ceremony, he becomes a ghost. So when I heard some stepping sound at between 12 and 1, then I was afraid that man is coming out from the grave and he is coming to me. So I was half unconscious. So by the time they came to this, we call steps. So I said, now he is coming up to the room. So when I saw Baba in the room, then I didn't dare see him. I said, somebody in white dress is coming and it is a ghost. So I was shocked, and I was almost on the verge of becoming swoon. But Baba said this way. And the next day when I went, I told you that you will get afraid. No, Baba, I thought that one gentleman who died without any ceremony, you see, he must have come as a ghost. So now I am convinced that you have come. So even if the ghost comes, I will think that you are coming. So by that way, 7 or 8 days were passed. Now, then in Hyderabad, there was a meeting, that was Manonash meeting. So in Manonash, I was called, also along with other members. And abruptly, when the meeting was going on, and he asked Erch to call me from somewhere I was in the other, called me to Hyderabad, and he asked Arash to call me and Keki Desai. And in the meeting, Baba told us to embrace one another and shake hands one another. And then we were asked to disperse. I do not know why he did, but thereafter I was under the impression that Baba wanted us to never part with this man, because he was a very staunch lover of Baba, and so I had to follow his footsteps also. And even to this day, we are so much close to Baba, both of us, that we never forget those meetings. Now, one thing I forgot to tell you, that on the 7th day when Baba came to the burial ground, as he used to come 12 o'clock every day in the night, so on the last day, Baba prayed the Parsi prayer and bowed down to the Zoroaster, photo of Zoroaster, and said that I was Zoroaster, I was the first prophet, I was the first avatar in the form of Zoroaster. So I am bowing down him. This is what he said. And in 1950, thereafter in 1968, I was, for the last time, I was invited in Shatrughn's daughter's wedding, and that was a special, what we call, invitation to both of us. So at that time, he said they are my most distant lovers, and they are very devoted to us, this and that. And thereafter, he said that your son has passed, and now I want to see him well placed somewhere. Why he said so? Because in 1966, Naosherwan was reading in BA classes when he was so much attached to Baba, and he thought of Baba so much that he wanted to leave college and wanted to join Mandali immediately. So he wrote to Baba, he changed his dresses, and without informing us, he wanted to leave Dehradun and stay with Baba. So one day he wept so much, and he told everything to his mother, Freiny Nalavala, that I am going to Baba for good and don't call me again. So we got so much afraid that we wired Baba, that Naosherwan has decided to go to you for good, and this is his motive, he doesn't want to appear in the BA exams. So Baba sent 6 linked telegram that Naosherwan as well as to us, advising him that to be with me is not your love, but to be like me is your love. So do not come to me. When time comes, I will call you, appear in the examination. If you fail, don't worry. If you pass, don't worry. But you are not to come here. If you are an obedient child of me, because I have taken you when you were 2 months old in my lap, and I must tell you that you should obey my order and wire me whether you will obey my order or not. Naosherwan obeyed the order, and then cancel of going over there.
So Baba, why renounce your present attitude instead of renouncing the world?
This is how he saved Naosherwan's life also. So he acted with us, with our family, as a father, as a mother, as a brother, as a friend, and whatnot. We cannot forget his obligation, though he has left his body, but he is always with us in our house. He used to come in our house so many times, advise us. Once upon a time, I lost my job. So before I lost my job, that Bedul, who used to search much, he was very much fond of us. He used to tell Baba that he is in singer company, why don't you make him a boss? So that Bedul was not so much educated, so instead of boss he used to say boss. So said Baba, make him boss. So Baba said, what? Chandra boss, or this boss, or Bengali boss, what boss you want him to make? So the Baba was in singer company. So Baba said, a day will come when you will be a boss. So by the time I lost my job. So Baba wrote to me that now you have lost your job, but you will be a boss, as Pedro said. So I started my own business, and the Baba wired me. When you became boss, that means you are master of your own. Now why don't you write me letters? So I wrote to him that according to Bedul's advice and according to Bedul's persuasion to me, I have made you a boss. So now always remain a boss. Now today even I am the master of my own business. Jai Baba.
Yes, my daughter Maharog had mumps. At that time, Baba sent to Goha to treat her, and Dr. Goha used to come daily. And Baba said none of us should go to him, otherwise he would also get mumps. The next day, he asked everybody, he said, are my cheeks swollen? My face is swollen. See, I told you all not to come over here, and now see, I've got mumps. So everybody said, yes. Then he again said, if I got fever, just see if I've got fever. All this he said, and then he said he wouldn't come to our place, but early in the morning he came. He petted Maharog, and then my Maharog got all right quite soon. So this is how he came to the family and how he loved our family.
In 1958 July, Baba called a few lovers to Meherabad. So he stayed there for 2 days. Now while going back, what happened? There was a veranda and a road, and there was a water pool of half an inch long and 1 inch wide. 1 inch wide. And Baba said, why did you not put anything over it so that I can from go to the veranda?